Hello everyone, welcome. Thank you for being here today. My name is Fabricio and I'll be walking you through the main features of the sales information system. In this case, today, the consumer records and daily data collection. And well, this is what we're going to be doing today. I'm gonna give you an introduction of the system. Then I'm going to explain how the daily data collection works. And after that, we're going to give 5 minutes for general questions about it. After we're done with the questions, we're going to have a practical activity. And for that, I'm going to present you some cases that we're going to use for the activity. And after that, you get to work with the case in the system for about 15 minutes. After that, we're gonna talk about how it went, and then we're gonna have a 5-minute session of final questions. Well, what you can see right now is the sales systems main page. You can access this page by typing www.sales-system.com. In this page, you can find general information about the system. You have a main page and a support page. When you click on the support page, you have different resources that are available for the user to ask for assistance, or where you can find different answers to your questions while using the system. We have a knowledge base, a submitting ticket system, and a live chat option, and a training site where you can access the different training courses that are available in the company. If you go to the main page, you have this 4 different options. You can go to the service program administration, the consumer records, the trainings, and the time tracking system. Today, we're going to go over and take a look at the consumer records option right here. Well, now that you're in the main page of the consumer records, you need to type in your username and your password. So you log in, and then you have the following menu. It has 3 different options. The one that says intake process, the second one for behaviors and skills configuration, and the third one that is the one that you will be using today, which is consumer records, big book, and daily data. So let's click on that one. And there it comes up is a list of all the facilities. The facility we're going to be able to work today is the one for trainings, set up especially for the training today. So it's right here at the very top of the list. When you click on sales trainings, what comes up is a list of all the consumers in this specific program. Here we have as an example 22 different consumers. Those are the consumers we'll be using for our practical exercise. So we have to choose the last name of the consumer we're going to work on, and then the consumer's file will show. We have 3 different options. We have face sheet, big book, daily data at the top. The one that concerns us today is this one, the daily data option. So we click on that one. When we click on that one, and daily data comes up as this main page. We have different options at the top. We have an up for attendance, centrally stored medication, med log, behavior sheets, ABCs, skills, outings, restraints, medical appointments, seizure log, height and weight log, and a daily data collection. We also have some continuous notes for community leisure, other, and special incident. We're going to go over each one of these options today. So let's start with the daily data collection. When we actually have to put some new information for this consumer during the day, all we need to do is click on New, and then the form comes up. We already have the name of the consumer. We already have the name of the staff here, which is the user of the system at the moment. We set up the shift, and then we put in the date. After that, we fill in the form. We check all the options as we used to on the paper form. So we just like put the information there, everything that needs to be in, and then click on Save. Then we continue in order with attendance. Same process. We will have a list of the attendance, and then we have to set up a new one. We click on New, set up a date, and then put the attendance, present on school or home, then save it, and there it is. Now let's take a look at the centrally stored medication right up here. Even though it only concerns the administrators, it's always good to know because it affects the information that we're going to find in the medlog. So let's click on centrally stored medication, and then it's the same procedure. If you need a new record, just click on New and fill out the form. We already have 2 entries here. Let's take a look. So we have the form filled out with all the information that we need for the medication. We also, an important one is the time and the dosage and the frequency for giving the medicine. So the administrator fills this out, and then this affects directly the information on the medlog. Now let's take a look at the medlog. On the medlog, all you need to do when you're giving a medicine, just click on New, and it's going to show only those medications that have to be given on that specific date. So these are the medicine that is supposed to be given today. So you check the time, the medication, dosage, and then is your name, your user here, and then all you need to do is click on Check or Home, depending if you're sending this medication with the parents on a home pass or you're doing it at the facility. So you click on Check and then just save it, and there it is. So it shows up on the medlog right here. So if you go back and click on New, you will find only those that have not been given yet. So it's really easy. It doesn't lead to confusion at all. And that's it for the medication log. So now let's go to the behavior sheet. We click on the behavior sheet option. We click on New, and then we fill out the form. We set up the date, and then we select, we don't have any discontinued behaviors on the list. So we select the behavior, we double click, and then it shows us the behaviors that have been assigned to this specific consumer. So we choose one of the behaviors. We select the shift, the occurrence, and the staff name is already in. So we click on Save, and the record is already there. Since we have behavior recorded, so we need to make an ABC report. So we click on ABC and then click on New. And the same process all over again. We choose the behavior from the list. This is the one that we're going to be recording. Date and a time. Then we type down the information that has to go there. And then we save the record. Then we go back to main. And then we continue with skills. Same process all over again. We click on New and then fill out the form. The skills is also a list of those that have been already configured by the administrator and the behaviorist. Set up a date, and that's it. Now, when we go to the outings, we go ahead and do the same process. Fill out the form, and you have a description, duration, and the staff information is already there. Then we save it. Remember always to save. Same process for restraints. Set up the date and the time, fill in the form, and then save. The medical appointments, same process, go to New, fill in the form, we choose the physician from a list of all the physicians we already have in the contact list for sales, and then fill in the rest of the form. Let's choose one. If you have the name of the physician, you can start typing the name. And then the system will actually give you a list of all of them according to what you just typed. So it helps you find the physician. Then you choose a notification and then save. Oh, I didn't choose one. There you go. Now the seizure reports. Same process. Click on New, date and time. Duration in minutes, 5 minutes, severity, whatever it is. You're filling the information you need, and then you save it. If you actually want to print out the form, you can go ahead and print it. And it will print out a PDF file with the form. Same process with the height and weight records. So as you can see, this is a very easy process. You can do this real quick, and then once you're done with one of the consumers, you can you go back to the consumers information, and then you can go back to your list of consumers, and then just go to the next consumer and do the same process again. Once you're done with doing all the books, all you need to do is to log out. This is very important. Never ever leave your user logged in. You don't want anyone else to go and make some changes to any of the information by using your user, and because it will be recorded as you did it, so as if you did it. So it's always really important to log out when you're leaving, when you're not sitting to the computer. So that's all. Then we can just go ahead with the next thing in the training. Okay, now that we know how to enter information in our system, we're going to start with our short practical exercise. So each one of you are going to go into your computer, are going to go into the system, log in, and start working with one of the consumer on the list for sales training. So type www.sales-system.com in the URL box of your browser, and then choose consumer records, and then log in. The username and the password, you're going to be using the same that you currently using for clocking in and out. After that, you choose the consumer records option, and then you go ahead and choose the sales training option at the top of the list, just like I did in the previous video. Once you're there, you will be assigned one consumer according to your seating arrangement. So make sure you work only on your assigned consumer file, because that's the file that we will be evaluating. And since you'll be using your own personal user, we will know who worked on which consumer in this exercise. Now, participants with consumers 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, 19, and 22 will work the case number 1. Those with consumers 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, 17, and 20 will work case number 2. And finally, those with consumers 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21 will work the case number 3. So here we have the cases. So read them carefully and make sure that you record all the possible data that you can get from this case in the system. So you can just go ahead and start. After you're done, let know the instructor, and then you can actually get some feedback from what you just did from the instructor. Well, please let know the instructor when you're done with the exercise, and thank you so much for participating. Goodbye.